Hello, Ungoogleable. Welcome to your life. Today is beautiful. Please log in.
We live in an age when the marriages of the educated elites operate like close, successful partnerships of equals: the Obamas, the Bidens, lately the Sandberg/Goldbergs. The technical term is companionate marriages, and they are on paper the most stable, prosperous marriages the Western world has seen in decades. The men and women both work in fulfilling careers, raise children together, keep house together. But along the way there have been prophets who have warned of the price we might pay for such cozy partnerships. Christina Naring, in her book A Vindication of Love, argues that between shared kitchen duties and pickup schedules and pre-planned date nights we have domesticated romance into a poor and shrunken thing, a chubby house cat. As Megan O'Rourke memorably put it, and forgotten all about the messy, destructive, leonine force romance is meant to command. Psychologist Esther Perel, author of Mating in Captivity, is a believer in long-term marriage, so she frames the problem somewhat differently. In the course of establishing security, many couples confuse love with merging. She writes, Perel argues that intimacy of the kind we now demand from our spouses, perfect transparency and loyalty, absolute security and connection, kills desire. A spouse is expected to give you what an entire village once did: a sense of belonging, continuity, identity, anchoring, stability, predictability. But this is too much weight on a marriage. A more enlightened couple, says Perel, would recognize each other as separate interests and desires and figure out a way to integrate them into the marriage.
Something like find out what his interests are and be interested in them. Now, back in the day, I had a boyfriend.
Oh my gosh, I know, right?
And it was a boy that I had a crush on for like 3 years before we started dating. And I was like, I gotta get this boy to like me.
He's like so funny and I like his smile.
So I started paying like real close attention to the things that he liked. I heard he liked crimped hair, so I wore my hair crimped. Or just like, whatever. In this specific situation, for the most part, it didn't really get me into any trouble. However, there was one situation very early on where I remember he played for me a
Thank you for logging out. Today was a wonderful day. Please come back tomorrow. Red, blue, green. Mic check 1 2.
Congratulations. You reject the good enough. You reject words like symbolism and postmodernism. Obsolescence is not part of your vocabulary. Every night, every day, every step of the way. The diktat of fashion. The agenda of the color wheel. Gone. It takes more than a pretty face to catch your attention. I repeat. It takes more than a pretty face to catch your attention. Good. That is very good. We are source decoded. For you. For the most perfect moisturizer. The most advanced cosmetic lineup. Scientifically proven, scientifically tested. For you.
Congratulations, calibration completed.